Hello everyone, welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV. This is your live match reaction after Newcastle come back from 1-0 down to beat Southampton 3-1. Yes, Sandy. Yes, Sandro. The main man, Tonali. The Ferrari. Oh, what a player. What a man with the third goal there to wrap things up. And of course, Alexander Isak with a brace as well. Spare Newcastle's Southampton blushes because we did go 1-0 down to the worst team in the league. One of the worst teams in Premier League history. Yep, it's typical tune that we never make things easy, that we made it difficult for ourselves to have to concede one and come back against them at their own place, against them at their own turf, when I know they're fighting for their lives. And listen, Southampton have looked a bit better under their new manager, at least more organised and putting in more of an effort. But they are crap on it. Let's be real. They are terrible, Southampton. They're really bad. And we should have, made things a bit easier for ourselves. It wasn't for VAR. It could have actually been an even more nervy ending. But thankfully, that wasn't the case. We'll get into all that in just a minute and drop your comments below what you've made of today's game. And let's be real, it's the most important thing is getting 3 points and getting back to winning ways after that embarrassing, dreadful result at home to Bournemouth last week. That being said, Bournemouth went to high-flying Forest, title challenge in Nottingham Forest apparently, and battered them 5-0 this week. So it shows how good of a team Bournemouth is and how competitive of a league the Premier League is, to be fair. But listen, it wasn't good enough last week at home. We didn't do anywhere near enough or get anywhere near our standards. But today against Southampton, we are back to winning ways. We are back up to fourth in the Premier League as it stands before Man City and Chelsea kicks off this evening at 5:30. Newcastle United win the fourth Premier League away game in a row for the first time in nearly 30 years. The first time since 1996 that we've won 4 Premier League games in a row away from home, which is a mad stat that we've had to wait that long, to be honest. 21 goals and assists in 23 Premier League games for Isak, so he's still chasing down Salah as the top goal scorer so far in the league. His goal involvements are just through the roof this season, aren't they? I mean, unfortunately, he missed out on the record chasing 11 consecutive games in a row after failing to score last week against Bournemouth at home, but he's back amongst the goals today, got a brace. Probably be a bit disappointed that he couldn't go on and get his hat-trick, but he got 2, and he become the first ever Newcastle United player to score in 5 consecutive Premier League away games. And that just sums up how good and clinical Alexander Isak is. Let's see your comments then, if I have a little sipsies and read them in. Our quality saved us. Wasn't the best performance, however, it could have been more comfortable, says Stephen. Well, absolutely. Listen, it was Tonali and Isak that saved Newcastle today, because some players still had a quiet game. Listen, Gordon was still quiet. It was a lovely assist for Tonali later on, that little first-time volley touch. But, listen, there was still some players that were a bit slow today, a bit sluggish, not quite at the races, but we got the job done. That's the most important thing. We'll talk about the game from start to finish in a minute, the highlights of it, the goals, how they went in. We need that right centre-back in. Lack of pace in the back line is alarming. It really is. Listen, it is, to be fair. We can see the age of Sharon Byrne showing now, to be fair. And I don't know what the hell Fabian Schär is doing for the goal that is thankfully ruled out. He just doesn't header it. He doesn't jump. He doesn't react. Fabian Schär just lets the ball come over the top of him. It's a really bizarre thing to do. And it will let Southampton in. Fernandes runs. He's thankfully ruled offside due to VAR intervening. And let's be honest, VAR saved Newcastle today. VAR saved Newcastle's blushes, to be honest with you, because the referee didn't give a penalty first time round. He missed that one. It then goes to a long old VAR check. That gets looked at by those down there at the Premier League in the... I forget the name every time. Sharpley Park or whatever it's called. I forget what it's called every time. I forgot it on the live watch, so I'm going to forget it once more. Stapley Park, whatever. Something Park. Amanda Staveley's Park. they look at it there. It's a long old slog to get the decision, but they do get it right because Isak does have his heel taken away from him. He does. It is a foul. They don't get the ball. Was it Aribo, the Southampton player? That he doesn't get the ball, swipes him away. It is a pen. And then, like I say, it could be a nervous finish for Newcastle for no reason. It shouldn't be nervous, but it nearly was because of the way that Shaw didn't react and the ball in, and then they go 3-2 with 5 minutes or so, plus stoppages, and it was 5 minutes injury time. So it could have been 10 minutes left, and it could have been 3-2, and they could have been chasing it in front of the home fans, the ones that were left. Loads of red seats there. Stockley Park. Thank you, Toon Man. Stockley Park. I'll forget it again in a minute. But yeah, down there at Stockley Park, they did sort us out with those VAR checks for the penalty for Isak, for the equaliser, and for a late one from Southampton that could have made it a bit of a nervous finish. Thankfully, not. But VAR saved us. Isak saved us. Tonali saved us. Tonali was incredible. Man of the match for me. Let us know your man of the match in the comments and in the live chat now. Sandro was superb. He was everywhere once again. The engine on this bloke is just ridiculous. Ferrari just controlling things. He's everywhere. He's quality. And it was a really great finish from Sandro. He took it one-on-one, composed, didn't panic, didn't worry, sat the keeper down, sat him clean down. McCarthy, take a seat, my son. And Tonali slots it home. And Isak did the same for the penalty as well, didn't he really? Waited for the keeper to make his move, and he slotted it in the bottom left corner. And the goal that took us in the lead once again from Alexander Isak was a nice little break from Newcastle. We weren't amazing today, don't get us wrong. We weren't quality. We didn't really dominate proceedings. In fact, Southampton did have a bit more possession there, but we did our job. Listen, we went to an away game. Southampton are battling for their lives, and we made the counters, and that happened. We made our quality shine, and it was a very good finish as well again for that second goal from Isak. And the third one, like I mentioned there, just again, it was the best for me. I loved though. I think it was Tonali that won the ball in the middle of the park. Was it his header? Isak with a nice little chest to Gordon, a nice little chest press, shoulder Amiobi-esque. Remember when Shola did that at Goodison Park away to Everton back in the day, like 2010. And then Gordon just quickly nudged it on with his left foot on the volley to Tonali, one-on-one. No doubt about it. Made it look easy. Tonali's first Premier League goal since his debut all those months ago against Aston Villa. So what a moment for him. Obviously, he scored in the cup against Brentford, but great finish there from Tonali. And then we're kind of seeing the game out. Listen, it wasn't pretty, wasn't comfortable, especially with Southampton scoring that late one with, going to VAR. But yeah, 3-1 winners, 3 points so that matters. Back in the top four for now before Chelsea v Man City. But winning those games that we'll have to win if we do want to get Champions League qualification. Like I said, not quite at our best, not quite at our energy levels. The press, I thought Gordon was really quiet. Certain players still looked slow, tired. People have mentioned the defense in the chat, definitely as well. But yeah, we came back from a goal down. That's got to be praised. That's got to be credited. Did our job, got the win, made it happen. That's the most important thing. And was it Miguel Almirón's swan song? In the watch along, I was a bit confused as to why Miggy was brought on really with a few minutes to go if he's on the verge of leaving, because there's nothing stopping Almirón from picking up an injury, and then that £10 million is down the drain, and you've got a player that could be injured and miss the rest of the season. You've lost out on transfer fee, and you've lost out on having the player available. Telegraph reported last night, fee's been agreed. We know the move has been happening for weeks. It's taken forever, but it's meant to be happening. However, the video at the end there that's came out on Twitter looks as if it's Almirón's farewell. It's kind of a nudge towards a wave to the Newcastle travelling Toon Army. Eddie Howe encourages him to go to that away section and have a little farewell. So I suppose it's nice. It's a good farewell to him. He did really kind of have that, though, against Wolves at St. James's a couple of weeks ago. But at least he didn't get injured. Hopefully that move happens. Listen, Almirón, he's tried his best for Newcastle, but for me, it's always been his end product, apart from the penalty patches and stuff. So yeah, fair play to him. Good luck to the bloke. Newcastle got 10 million for him. He's in his 30s now. Completely makes sense. So hopefully that one goes through soon, and it helps with the dreaded FFP and PSO that we always whinge about, to be fair. But listen, I'm buzzing that we got the result. Coming back from 1-0 down is the most important thing. to get amongst those European places with what is a big game next weekend, next Saturday against Fulham at home. Against a good side, won't be easy. I just want to shout out Jacob Murphy as well before we go, or we'll get into your comments before we leave. 10 assists in all competitions for Murphy this season, 8 assists in the Prem, and he is now the 4th highest in assist ranking so far this campaign. So well done to him. I'm crying out for a white winger. I'm crying out for Brian and Mbumo. But Murphy's doing a class job, but especially if we let Miggy go, then there's no competition there, is there? You're going to have to hope that Barnes comes back and plays out of position, or Joe Linton, Gordon, whatever. But yeah, well done to Jacob Murphy. Another assist for him. He does like playing at St. Mary's, doesn't he? That iconic wave a couple of years ago. So let's get into your comments there. I was going to bring it up, the Premier League table, quickly, because in the watch-along, while buzzing when Arsenal were drawn, because it made us have a real good chance of getting second place. But we are 6 points off second. Forest losing is really good for us. We're only 3 points off third now. So listen, there's plenty going on there. Bournemouth, credit to them. 6th in the league now. Do you know what I mean? And just quickly, just a nice little mention I thought was worthwhile was that of the one and only Sunderland, who couldn't beat bottom place Plymouth today at home, which is fun, isn't it? They were actually getting beat, but they made it. But Plymouth got an equaliser in the 90th minute there, 2-2 there. Sunderland still in the playoff places, but I just thought it was a nice mention because we're talking about in the watch along. The Mackems are 4th in the Championship, Newcastle 4th in the Premier League, and they were playing bottom of the league Plymouth, like we were playing bottom of the Premier League Southampton, but they couldn't do it. Couldn't beat them. So, never mind over there in stinky Sunderland. Right then, let us see your comments before we sign off. Couldn't watch the match, was watching Gateshead, says Lias. Let us know. How did Gateshead get on? How having no January signs is downright pathetic. It is, to be fair. Well said, Brent. Good to see Sandro get that goal. He deserves it for the hard work he's put in. And I love the fact that Sandro did run into the away section there, jumped into the Geordies and celebrated with them. Lovely stuff. Good to see. And then all the other lads got involved as well there. So that was quality. What else we got? Good win, taking that all day, says Holly. Gordon is playing bad at the moment, says Adam. Shaw's time is coming, I think, says Andy. What a servant, but he's not at the level anymore. I mean, he does look slow. He does look tired. I don't think, he is 32, 33, and Fabian Schär. So to be fair, I think he needs to be a squad player now. He really does need to be a squad player. Botman was on the bench today, didn't even come off. What else as we catch up? Cheers for that one, Adam. Appreciate it, mate. Yeah, enjoy the watch along. Some good crack in the watch along. So have a watch of that back, people, if you haven't seen it, just to see the goal celebrations and that. It was an enjoyable watch along, that one. This season is mental. Could be 8 teams who get Champions League, says Nick. Well, it is really tight there, isn't it? Really, really tight for those European spots. Almirón equals Messi, says Kevin. Makes beautiful things seem simple. Italian. Very, very true. All right, everyone. Cheers for tuning into this live match reaction as Newcastle come from behind, 1-0 down against Southampton. 3-1 winners, 3 points, 4th in the league as Man City and Chelsea about to kick off at 5:30. We've done our job. There we go. Let's go again next Saturday. Good to see a response from the lads. Again, not amazing, not the best, but got a win, got a reaction. That's all that matters. We want European football again. Let's get it done. Big game next week at home to Fulham. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe to my Pie Channel TV and enjoy yourself.